What's going on, guys? Jacob Borth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas, coming to you guys in the middle of an absolutely gorgeous day here in Southern Nevada, enjoying this fall weather we have in the middle of the day. Oh man, it is so beautiful here. And we're talking about another place where people move from to Las Vegas that is also known for being very beautiful, and that is Hawaii. So we're going to be comparing the cost of living from Las Vegas to Honolulu, Hawaii. Now, those of you that are looking to move to Vegas from Hawaii, if you spent more than about 10 seconds looking online, you will know that Las Vegas is commonly referred to as the 9th island of Hawaii because we have such a huge transplant population from Hawaii here. So it's one of those spots here on the mainland where there's a large Polynesian population, just like San Francisco Bay Area where I moved from before I came over here. So yeah, especially going to school there, playing football there. I've heard things like, what's up, Bulls, and toko, about a few million times in my life. So you hear some of that island culture here in Las Vegas too, big time. So we're going to talk about that today, okay? If you're looking to move here from Hawaii or anywhere else, doesn't matter whether it's Hawaii, America, Samoa, whether they come from Fiji, whether they come from New Zealand, right? Anywhere in that South Pacific or anywhere in the world, really. I will put a link down below for a realtor that can help you in the process. Her name is Lacey. I've known Lacey for years. Sent her, I don't know, hundreds, possibly 1,000 or more people at this point over the years. I don't know. It's a lot to keep track of. And then Amber is a realtor who helps as well. Okay, so Lacey is Amber's the mortgage lender. Lacey's the realtor. Amber's the mortgage lender. They know each other. They're both been friends for a long time. I know them both. They will help you through that process. Okay. Now, talking about cost of living from Hawaii, particularly Honolulu. Okay, Honolulu. So if you're in Maui or something like that, you're gonna have to try to adjust this to Las Vegas. These numbers are just to give you a general idea, okay? These numbers may not always be exact. Different sites have different ways of calculating. Numbers change over time. This is to give you a general idea of what you can expect moving from Hawaii here to Las Vegas and starting your new life here in Southern Nevada, okay? Now, if you have a $50,000 annual income in Honolulu, which, whew, that's tough to live on there, man. You pay to live in paradise, right? To maintain that standard of living here in Las Vegas, you would need to earn just over $25,000, so $25,500 or so. Now, the cost of living then is going to be about 49% lower here in Las Vegas than it is in Hawaii. Now, if you're looking at housing, okay, medium 2-bedroom apartment for rent in Honolulu is about, over $3,100. Damn! Gosh. Then Honolulu, over $3,100. Here in Las Vegas, about $1,176, all right? Median home price, 3-bed, 2-bath, says almost $1.5 million in Honolulu. Gosh, that is like San Jose, San Francisco, California prices right there. Then that may be a little high because here in Las Vegas is $441 and really it's like just over $400. So maybe those are a little inflated, but nonetheless, it's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper. You come here to Southern Nevada for the cost of living, okay? And obviously a lot of you that have jobs in hospitality, those transfer well over here to Southern Nevada because we're obviously very dependent on hospitality here. So transportation, gas per gallon, $3.60 in Honolulu, just over $3 here in Las Vegas. Food, bread, $4.37, man, in Honolulu, $3.28 in Vegas. A dozen eggs, just over $4 in Honolulu, $2 here in Vegas. Gallon of milk, almost $4 in Honolulu, and $2.50 here in Las Vegas. Pizza Hut pizza, $14 in Hawaii, $10.50 here in Vegas. McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese, over $5 in Honolulu, Hawaii, man. $4.40 here in Vegas. Movie ticket is about the same, actually, so they're almost just over $12 in both Hawaii and Las Vegas. Yoga class, close enough, right? Just over $18 in Honolulu, almost $17 here in Las Vegas. 6-pack of Heineken beer, $9.59 in Honolulu, $8.38 here in Las Vegas. Healthcare, cost of a doctor's visit in Hawaii, $150. Here in Vegas, you're looking at about $112. And then cost of a dentist visit, pretty much the exact same, $102 for a dental visit, whether you're on the 9th island or whether you're in Hawaii. Now, the cost of optometrist visit, $176 in Honolulu, $115 here in Las Vegas. Cost of Lipitor, $531 in Hawaii. Here in Las Vegas, you're looking at $436, $437 about there. Population, Honolulu, 349,000 if we're rounding. This is from 2019. So I actually thought Honolulu as a city was going to be higher than that because I think Hawaii is what? Just over 1 million people total, and I think almost 1 million of those people, right about 1 million of them live on Oahu. So here in Las Vegas, about 635,000 people in 2019, and that is just the city limits of Las Vegas. So just in the actual city limits of Las Vegas, not including unincorporated Clark County. So like if you're in Enterprise or Spring Valley, heck, even most of the Strip is in Paradise, and it's not in the city limits of Las Vegas. That's not including Henderson, that's not including North Las Vegas, or that kind of thing. So just the city limits are 635,000. Clark County, the county we're in, is about 2.3 million, somewhere in that vicinity, you know, going into 2022. Weather, the average summer high here in Las Vegas, 103.8 in July. In Hawaii, it's 85. Actually, that'd be a little bit warmer in Hawaii in the summertime as far as July. I've been to Hawaii 4 times in my life, all of them to Oahu, and for different reasons, okay? So a couple times for vacation, a couple times for football. I got to play at Aloha Stadium in Hawaii and that kind of thing. So maybe I'll tell that story another day. Average winter low in Las Vegas, 37 degrees. Average winter low in Hawaii, 65 degrees. So yeah, it's going to get colder here, okay? The heat you'll probably be more used to, although the heat here is definitely dry. And of course, we have no ocean, okay? Near us here, we do not have an ocean like you do in Hawaii. And then the winter here is going to be dry as well. So it does get colder here, but it's also dry. There's not that moisture in the air that you may be used to, and you know, when you're surrounded by an ocean, right? So average commute times is one way to work in the metro area. It says in Honolulu, 29.1 minutes, almost 30 minutes, which I don't know. I've been in traffic at a Friday evening during rush hour in Hawaii before, man, and it was rough over there. So it gets backed up. It kind of made me think of LA when I was there before. And then here in Las Vegas is 24.5 minutes, which I got to think that's too high. Las Vegas is pretty easy to navigate for the most part. Much of this metro area is a giant grid. I mean, you have a handful of freeways, but even a lot of the, you know, the streets that you would take if you're not taking the freeway go straight north and south, straight east and west. Pretty easy area to navigate here in the Vegas Valley. And then state income tax in Hawaii, the lowest 1.4%, the highest 11%. Man, you guys are creeping up towards California levels as far as state income taxes there in Hawaii. Here in Nevada, as pretty much everyone knows, 0. We don't do state income tax here in Nevada, okay? That's probably not going to change anytime soon for those of you that are worried or concerned about that, all right? Hawaii, when it comes to sales tax in Honolulu, surprisingly, is actually only 4.5%. Here in Las Vegas, 8.38%. So a lot of that here in Las Vegas, you know, the sales tax is a little bit higher here in the Vegas area because we have no state income tax in the state of Nevada, but also property tax is actually pretty low too in Hawaii. So 0.29%, somewhere in that vicinity is what it is, you know, at least for Honolulu. And then Las Vegas is 0.65% is the average for Clark County. So as a state, Nevada, I think we have the 4th lowest state income tax in the country. And Hawaii might be one of very few that's actually high, that's cheap, that's lower than that. So that's one thing that is low in Hawaii is their property tax, is their property tax. So here in Nevada, we have no state income tax. We have pretty low property tax, but the sales tax is higher because, I mean, those are the 3 main sources that state governments get the revenue from, right? As far as, you know, getting it from the people. And here being a place that relies so much on tourism and hospitality, a lot of that money from the sales tax obviously comes from the tourist areas, right? The tourist corridor, the Strip, downtown, tourist activities, that kinds of thing. Groceries here are exempt from sales tax in Clark County, so you guys may find that good to know. Top industries by employer, hell, these are damn near the same across the board for Hawaii and for Las Vegas, right? Hospitality, retail, healthcare, entertainment, travel, tourism, hospitality, anything along those lines having to deal with people going on vacation and things like that are big for both Las Vegas and for Hawaii. It's one big reason why so many people come here from Hawaii is because their job skills transfer over very easily from Hawaii here to Las Vegas. Then also you can catch, you know, lots of flights from Las Vegas to Hawaii. It's easy to travel back and forth if you want to go see family for the holidays or that kind of thing. You know, easier than going from Hawaii to New York or something like that. So there is no shortage of Hawaiian transplants here in Las Vegas from Hawaii, or you know, mostly from Hawaii, actually. I haven't met too many people here from, and almost everyone I've met from Hawaii is usually Samoan. Very few native Hawaiian, very few people who are Maori, Tongan. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, it's actually, when I think about it, it's pretty much how it is. The Bay Area where I lived before is pretty much split between like Samoan and Tongan. Here in Las Vegas, not quite like that. So here in Las Vegas, definitely more people who are Samoan, I mean from Hawaii. But yeah, not too many native Hawaiians, not too many Tongan, Maori. They met like one guy from Western Samoa. So, you know, that's really what it is here when you come to Las Vegas in this area. So, but you will nonetheless be meeting, there's a large percentage of people from the South Pacific originally who live here in Southern Nevada. So if you guys need help with the whole moving process, whether you have a place to sell in Hawaii or you're renting in Hawaii and you're looking to buy when you get here or eventually buy when you get here, whether you're buying right away, you think a year from now, 2 years from now, it's all good. There'll be a link down below. You can contact Lacey. She will help you through the process, even if you're not going to be buying like right away. Okay, she will help you through that process. As a realtor, mortgage lender, the whole thing is set there for you to hold your hand from start to finish. So thank you guys for watching. Any of you getting ready to move here from Hawaii, I will give you an early welcome to Las Vegas. Thanks again. I am Jacob, and this is My Life in Vegas.